Hi, I'm Mayor Tim Balderman, and I'd like to welcome you to this edition of Community Business Spotlight. Joining me today is Dr. Veerman from MVP Chiropractic. Doctor, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, I opened a chiropractic office in Lenox. We treat everything from joints to the spine. I've only been in business since 2010, but I feel like that has many benefits as well. I've created many niches since being in school. I have a strong focus on feet as well as sports injuries, and I have a strength and conditioning. I want to be involved a lot with the sports and the athletes in the community as well. So chiropractic is mainly known for the adjustment, and adjustment is a safe and effective tool, but I want to use it as an effective tool. Chiropractic, well, the adjustment anyway, can have an effect on stimulating the immune system, increasing range of motion, inhibiting pain, and breaking up adhesions within the musculoskeletal system.
All right, let's talk a little bit about these services. So if somebody has some sort of a sports injury, is it recommended they come see someone like you first before? I mean, obviously they'll see their primary physician, but a lot of times they'll come to you as an alternative to surgery. Is that correct?
That is correct. I would emphasize them seeing a primary care or even going to the emergency room if the injury was severe enough. Like if they felt that they broke a bone or torn tissue, I'd say go to the emergency room. But a lot of things that people don't know about chiropractors is that we are primary care physicians ourselves. So they can come directly to us and then straight to the treatment. So it kind of eliminates any barriers that you would have from going to your primary care physician and then being referred to a physical therapist. Although physical therapists are great, I support them a lot, but there is a barrier there. There's a loss in personability between the doctor and then jumping into the therapy. Like for an ankle sprain, for instance, you can come straight to me. I will diagnose and make sure it's not something more serious. I could refer you out for an MRI or an X-ray and then get that information and then make sure it's an ankle sprain, and then after that we just jump straight into therapy right in the office. If it's not severe enough, I would just do that directly, and what I would do is incorporate the use of chiropractic with a lot of therapeutic modalities like ultrasound, IFC, which is kind of like electrical muscle stimulation, which inhibits pain, stimulates blood flow, things like that, which will help decrease the healing time of an injury. I also have a rehab area within my clinic to help work on balance and retraining those neuromuscular systems, which is very important with an ankle sprain because you develop mechanisms right when you injure your ankle. You develop a protective mechanism, which kind of your muscles kind of lock up and try to protect you. But a lot of times nobody ever loses that protective mechanism and they re-injure their muscles, tendons, and ligaments over and over again. What you have to do is kind of retrain those neuromuscular patterns so that you can protect yourself for the future.
Okay. Now you said you're new in the business, but it has its advantages. I would imagine in your line of work, there's constantly new techniques that come up, there's new information that comes out. So you're right at the forefront there of knowing what all that new and latest information is.
Right. A lot of the nutrition, a lot of working with botanicals is coming up in the world, along with acupuncture is big now. A lot of people are understanding it a lot more, a lot about the chi and everything that goes with it, balancing the meridians and everything that goes with acupuncture. People are being a lot more understanding, and instead of last resort, it's starting to become part of the treatment plan. They're actually saying, well, I really want to do this, and it's having great effects on patients as well. Some of the benefits of being in business for a short period of time is that everything's fresh in my mind as well.
Sure.
I'm coming straight out of school. I remember a lot. Of course, there's a lot of things being an advantage of being in business for a long period of time. You learn what comes into your office, and you kind of stick to those things that are working because you get referrals for certain injuries and things like that. I want to be more involved in the sports injuries and joints inflammation, but I mean we're also known for being a spine specialist as well. So.
Well, and you brought up an interesting point. Somebody's personal health, there's much more to it. Their mental health, their nutrition, that sort of thing. And you're pretty well rounded as far as being able to help them with a lot of those other aspects as well, correct?
Right. A lot of people, a lot of nutritional deficiencies, people think, oh, those don't exist anymore. It's true on the macro level. A lot of people have micro deficiencies, which are kind of like, they make you feel at dis-ease. It's not necessarily that you're going to have a sign and symptom that somebody can look at and tell.
Sure.
But you're just going to feel uneasy, just because a lot of people don't take vitamins these days. A lot of people don't take nutritional supplements, and they're going out and eating McDonald's, Taco Bell, which I'm very supportive of the community, but at the same time, eating those every day is going to increase the inflammation. And if you do have a joint or an inflammatory problem, foods like these will kind of exacerbate the pain.
Sure.
So.
All right, now you're open here in New Lenox on Route 30. Where exactly are you at? Of course, I know I was just there for your ribbon cutting. But
I'm right there on 313 West Maple, across from the United Methodist Church, and Aurelio's, right next to the Speedway that's in the middle of New Lenox.
Sure.
It's got great street visibility. I have a big blue sign on the building, as you noticed. But I mean, I think it'll be great for business. There's parking right there.
And why New Lenox? Why did you choose New Lenox?
Well, see, I grew up in New Lenox. I'm a native of New Lenox, and I went to Lincoln Way. I went to Joliet Junior College. I'm a proud supporter of the community. I have a lot of strong ties here. My dad owns a business in New Lenox. He owns Night Security Alarms. My cousin, he was a police officer, fireman. My grandpa was a trustee. So I just, my whole family's here, and it's nice to come back and kind of, be around the family and friends and all that kind of stuff. And they're very supportive and stopping by the clinic, and I'm sure I'll get some referrals from them as well. You treat your family well, they treat you well, that.
That's right. Well, we're glad to see you here, and that's one of my favorite things, people that stay here in town. People who've grown up here, people that have roots here, business owners that live in town. We think that's fantastic. So certainly wish you all the luck. Anything you'd like to add for our viewers?
Sure. I just kind of want to go over a little bit of my advantages. I'm really strong on the web. Of course, you have to be these days. So my website's mvpchiro.com.
Okay.
On there you can find health tips. You can schedule online through Schedulicity, but there's a scheduling tab right there that you can schedule online. I also do Health Tip Tuesdays on Twitter, so you can follow me on MVP Chiropractic on Twitter. And then also I'm going to be doing a monthly newsletter. This month it's immunity, so it's like you just get 10 tips that you don't know that could help your immunity, but are very easy to pick up. So if you want to sign up for that, you can email me at mvpchiro@hotmail.com.
Okay.
So there's just a bunch of stuff that I've been trying to get into. I really want to be in with the sports in Lincoln Way. So if there's anybody out there who also would like to email me, I'm very into soccer and core training and strength and endurance. So I just want everybody to know that I want to build a strong relationship with all my patients and friends, family as well, through strong referrals, effective treatment plans, and I want to be an overall natural solution when they need it.
That's great. Well, you're very enthusiastic, you're very knowledgeable. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of success. We certainly wish you the best.
Well, thank you so much.
Good. Thanks for being here. And I want to thank all of you for watching this edition of Community Business Spotlight.